with another live session today, man. And once again, bruh, we got so much to celebrate, man. So many good things going on over here, man. I'm so excited to let everybody know, bruh. I'm so excited to let everybody know what's been going on over here, man. Every day, we making progress. Every day, bruh. Every single day, we making moves. Every single day, we making progress. Every single day, we are taking this community growing in another in a better way. Man, it's just so amazing to see something that we built from nothing, from the ground up, get to this point that we finally at today. It's such a blessing. It's such a blessing. I'm truly amazed. I'm truly I'm truly honored, and I mean, like, it's just a blessing, man. It's just a blessing to be where we at today. So I'm grateful, man, to see the process, to see the growth process of where we at today, to see, you know, just to see the progress that we've made and to see exactly where we at today, man. It's just such a blessing, man. I can't thank my community anymore because I had a lot of hard days, a lot of hard days. Um, Transitioning, come on from prison. Excuse me, from when I was just a kid. Okay, look at Jill in the spot. Welcome me into my first member of the YouTube channel, of our YouTube channel. Welcome me in, Jill. Jill, she was the first person to join our community, our paid community membership. So shout out to Jill in the chat from England. Shout out to England. Shout out to Jill. Big W's in the chat for Jill, our first member. uh, that grabbed the leadership membership. And I'm just grateful, to see that people are really engaged and really interactive with what we are building over here. It's such amazing to see, you know, for sure, Seven Society, you already know that. And we're constantly growing every day, y'all. And to see that people are really, enjoy the content that I'm putting out. They actually enjoy the energy that I'm bringing to the table. They enjoy the advice that I give, the way that I carry myself. I admire y'all. You know what I mean? I admire y'all. I admire each and every person who decides to come in and join us because little do y'all know, y'all admire, like, y'all encourage me. And so, in such a big way, y'all really inspire me to stay on the right track in such a positive manner because for somebody like me who did, survive 13 years in prison, coming home, I wasn't sure exactly how things was going to play out. To be honest, I wasn't sure. But when they did, like, I it was a lot that had changed. A lot changed. It was a tremendous transition for me personally. But I didn't give up. I didn't give up. I didn't give in. I kept going. I was persistent in my growth. I was persistent in my change. I was persistent in seeing, a different result other than the one that I was, used to, which was negative, um, dysfunction, just chaos, no structure to your life at all. Just kind of like, going with the flow of whatever life brings your way, then, you just accept it, basically like a victim type of life. And I didn't want that for myself anymore. I wanted more. I wanted to be in control of my life. I wanted to be, you know, um, a controller of my destiny of some of sorts. Like, because I know that at the end of the day, God is the ultimate. You know, that's my destiny is already what it is, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I wanted to give myself a chance to be a part of society. I wanted to give myself a chance to be a part of the game that was being put down, because I felt like as long as we, as long as we, because I feel like we sometimes be our biggest enemy. You know what I mean? We could be our biggest enemy. Like, you know, we put ourselves in situations a lot of times that are not very positive for us or conducive to, you know, what we want with our future. A lot of times we say we want to be, you want to get your weight up, you want to get bigger. I've heard that a lot of times from a lot of guys. They used to tell me that all the time, like, "Hey man, I want to get bigger. I want to get bigger." And but they wouldn't put forth the actual work to acquire, them to get bigger. And so it was always confusing to me, like, you say you want to get bigger, but you're not actually willing to put forth the effort or the energy that it takes to get bigger. And that was always just confusing to me because, when I wanted to get bigger, I actually, like, I lived that. I lived in basically getting bigger. Like, that was my whole mindset all day, every day. Like, whatever I ever wanted to do or accomplish, that would be at the forefront of my mind at all times. Um, so when I wanted to get bigger, I would read these magazines, like men's fitness magazines. I would get when I was in prison. I remember I was like 18, 19 years old when I first, got sent to adult prison, transferred. And I was seeing all these big dudes, they was walking around, they was real huge. Like, I was fresh 18, 19. When I was in juvenile prison, I was the biggest dude on the pod. But once I turned 18, I wasn't no longer the biggest dude on the pod. I was really like one of the littlest dudes in there. So, looking around, I'm seeing all these guys, they was so much bigger than me and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I gotta get my weight up, you know what I mean? So I would read these magazines like Men's Fitness, and I would go through them. I would skim through the pages, and when I would skim through the pages, I would look at um, these bodybuilders, and the bodybuilders, they would be kind of like motivation to me. But a lot of the bodybuilders was like very, very, very big. Like they was very like huge, and none of them, none of the bodybuilders that I saw in magazines were like something that I would have wanted for myself. I was tall, lanky, like a thin frame young dude when I was young, just tall and lanky. You know what I mean? But when but when I got older, I wanted to kind of feel myself out a little bit. Like I wanted to get my chest big, and I had one of my arms to get bigger. So, but I didn't want to be like huge. I didn't want to be like one of those dudes you couldn't turn and stuff like that. Like, no, I didn't want that. Like, I just wanted to get a nice little size to me, you know what I mean, and get real strong. So basically, like, if I ever had got into an altercation with somebody, I could be able to defend myself without getting taken advantage of. That was really my main goal when I wanted to start working out was, of course I wanted to look good and get my weight bigger, but at the same time, it was the sole purpose was to get stronger so I could defend myself in case someone wanted to harm me. You know what I mean? So so with that in mind, I'm looking through these magazines every day. Every day I'm looking through these magazines. And I remember I had saw this dude and he had a figure. Like his figure, his his body figure was kind of like mine. Like he was tall, you know what I mean? Um, wasn't nothing special, really, too much, really. But I remember that he was like real fit. He was real fit. Like his shoulders were very broad. He had the packs. I think he might have had like the 12 or 16s, some crazy stuff. And with the V and the whole everything was put together very well. And I'm like, oh, like that's how I would want my body frame to be if once I finally get myself together. That was what I had wanted to like replicate. Like my body, I wanted my body to kind of replicate that. You know what I mean? Because we all have to have something to look towards. Like, because if you don't have an image to that you that you have in mind, like that you want to achieve, then sometimes it's hard to think that it's possible. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard to think that it's possible. So, that's why they always tell you, like a lot of rich people and a lot of people who are, um, I'm not even gonna say rich, but I'm just gonna say like very productive people in life. They always say to create a vision board. That is very important to create a vision board. And the reason they say create a vision board is because once you put your vision down on paper to where you can see it, then it becomes more of a reality for you to achieve it. You get what I'm saying? Because once you put the vision down on paper and you're actually seeing what it is that you want to achieve, then in your mind, subconsciously, you'll work harder to accomplish it. You get what I'm saying? So that's why people that's very successful and progressive in their life and productive, they always have vision boards. They always write their notes down. They write their thoughts down, and they have a lot of notebooks because ideas are your best friend and your vision is your best friend. But once you are able to see exactly what it is that you want to accomplish, then you'll be able to work 10 times harder to get it. And it's more realistic because now you can actually see what it is that you want to accomplish or what it is that you're trying to achieve. You get what I'm saying? So now you have like something to now you have something to look at and say, okay, that's it. Like now you're not wondering. You're not wondering anymore. You get what I'm saying? You're not wondering like, man, I wonder what it would look like if I wonder what that would look like. No, you have a clear vision. You know what it's gonna look like. You know. You know what I mean? So with that in mind, once I had found that vision of exactly what I wanted my body frame to look like, I ripped the paper out the magazine, right? It wasn't even my book. I don't know whose book it was, but I ripped the paper, I ripped the picture of the dude out of the magazine. I swear to God. I ripped it out. Ripped it out. I folded the picture up and I put it in my pocket. I folded it up like this and I put it in my pocket. I put the picture in my pocket. And every day when I would go outside on a prison yard, I would take I would I would take the picture with me. When I would go outside every day on a prison yard, I would take this picture with me and I would unfold it when I got on a prison yard and I would put it up. Wherever I was working out, I would unfold the paper and I would put it up and post it up right next to me. And I would look at that dude and I would look at that picture. I would look at that dude on that picture and I would tell that dude on that picture every day. I would tell him, you know what? I'm gonna get bigger than you, bruh. I'm gonna get bigger than you one day, bruh. And I did that every day for 6 months. I had kept this picture in my pocket. and I would always take it out every time I worked out, no matter where I was at. And people would look at me funny. People would look at me like, why is this dude got this picture of another dude in his while he's working out? Nobody understood. And I never explained it. But I did explain it to one person, my celly. I had a celly. I never forget. He was from Columbus, Ohio. And we was in the cell and I would work out all day in my cell to the picture. And I would look at that dude like I had beef with him. I would look at him every day like I had beef with him. And I would let him know, I would tell him, I'm gonna get bigger than you, bro. Like, because that was my competition. That was my competition now. I was competing. It wasn't no longer about fun and games. This was serious. I was taking this, getting my weight up serious. I wasn't playing. And after 6 months of me working out constantly to this picture, my cellmate from Columbus, Ohio, he said, bruh, why you still work out to this picture? And I said, it's motivation, bruh. It motivated me, bruh. I'm trying to get bigger than that dude. And you know what he told me? My cellmate told me that day, he said, bruh, you bigger than that dude on that picture, bruh. And when he told me that, I took the paper, the picture, I I balled it up and I threw the paper in the trash. I mean in the toilet. I threw the picture in the toilet and I flushed the toilet. I had finally accomplished my goal. I no longer needed that picture as inspiration. I had exceeded my inspiration. I had accomplished what I had set out to do. I had got bigger than that dude on that picture, just like I said I was gonna do. And to me, that meant something to me. It may not have meant anything to anybody else, but to me, that meant a lot because it just showed me the potential of and the power of consistency and the power and the strength of your mind. Anything that you set your mind out to do, you literally can accomplish it with enough time, with enough consistency, with enough passion and purpose behind it. You can. You know what I mean? And these are just little like little stories in different elements of my life that I share with y'all to let y'all know that anything is possible because I've achieved things like this numerous times in my life. And that's why I do what I do, how I do it. You know what I'm saying? But just to tell everybody that just came in that's new to the channel, man, I want to say thank y'all for joining, bro. My name is 7 Up. Welcome in to Seven Society, bro. You know what I mean? X Mark, I see you. I see you, John. I see you, Jill. I see you, Hope. I see all my peoples in here. What's going on? I pray everybody having a great day today. You know me, man. I'm 7 Up till we having up. I hope y'all can hear me good with this microphone. I am gonna be getting a new microphone soon. And to let y'all know, we also got the P.O. box coming soon too, man. You know what I mean? We getting a P.O. box tomorrow. God willing, we get a P.O. box tomorrow, y'all. You know what I mean? So anybody interested in sending things to the P.O. box, make sure y'all, stay tuned because I will be dropping the P.O. box address in the com section, God willing, tomorrow. And I'm also gonna be placing the P.O. box address in the link. I mean in the bio in the channel too, for anybody who interested in, sending things to the P.O. box. It is the month of Ramadan, just to let everybody know I have been fasting. So if y'all would like to send anything Ramadan related to the P.O. box, all of that stuff would be highly appreciated, man. You know, I definitely appreciate my com so much, bro, and everything that we've been able to accomplish within the last year. You know what I mean? We've been making a lot of progress. We finally monetized. This is the first phase of our monetization, though. This is the first stage of our monetization. We still have 900 watch hours left until we are fully monetized on this channel. But we have accomplished the first phase of monetization, which allows us to have memberships, which Jill is already joined. So shout out to Jill. Drop W's in the chat for Jill. And so drop W's in the chat for Jill. She's already joined the membership that we have available that we just got. We haven't even had the memberships available, not even a week. And she's already joined. So shout out to Jill in England. Shout out to her. Um, we also have available now with our new membership, with our new monetization YouTube partner program. What we do have available besides the membership is, let me see, so I can tell y'all everything, so I can tell you exactly what we working with, and not miss out on nothing to let y'all know. Okay, so we also have gifts. We have gifts available, super thanks, super chat, and super stickers. So anyone who would like to send super thanks, those are available. Super chats, highlighted messages in the stream are available, and super stickers are also available as well. And gifts are available that you can send also. And those would be highly appreciated, man. So, you know, these are just all the new things that we have available with our limited monetization, with the first phase of our monetization access. So once we continue to get our watch hours, the rest of our 900 watch hours that we have left, then we will have full monetization access to the partner program. So make sure that y'all are tapping in with the content. Don't miss out on the content. Watch the videos. Go back and rewatch videos. Even if you don't have the time to, sit down and watch it, just pick up your phone, pick your phone up, go to the channel, pick the phone up, play the video, sit the phone down, and you can walk away literally. You know what I mean? Um, it doesn't matter. You don't have to sit and watch the whole video. Just just press the video. Just press the video. Literally. Literally, you could press the video. The longest one, the hour long one. Press it, put it on mute, sit the phone down, and finish your day. You know what I mean? But we need the watch hours. We need the watch hours, y'all. So make sure y'all locking in with the content so we can get the rest of these 900 hours of watch time, so we can get the full monetization. You know what I mean? So we can have these things available to us, so we can start getting this money, y'all. You know what I mean? We got a lot of things that we want to do over here on this channel. And it takes money, unfortunately. You know what I mean? That's just the way that the world is, bro. So I want to get this merch out to us, bro. Like I said, we got the first. Hold on. We got This is the first Seven Society hoodie, the Seven Society TV hoodie, man. You know what I mean? That we trying to get out to the people, to all the members, to all the sevens in the chat, man. We want to get these hoodies out. Very good quality. You know what I mean? Very good quality hoodie. Um, very good. Keep you warm, man. It's gonna keep you warm, man. This quality so good. Thick. You know what I mean? I want to get these out to the people in different colors though. You know what I mean? And the only way that we can do this is with the people's help, with the help of the people. So let's get on top of everything, man. Pause. And let's, get proactive in the chat as much as possible. You know, I definitely appreciate everybody who be engaged in the chat. Make sure y'all double tapping that screen and like the laugh for us too, y'all. Thank you so much. And The other thing too that we also have available, if I didn't tell y'all, is the gifts. It's like it's almost like if you're familiar with TikTok. It's almost like the same as TikTok. You can actually send gifts on TikTok. You can send gifts to me now on here. So it's the same method. You know what I mean? Which is so cool to me because I love TikTok. Um, if I'm not on YT Live, I'm normally on TikTok Live. So as she'll know, she just follow me over there also. And if anybody else is watching, would like to join the TikTok family, my link to my TikTok is in my bio. You're more than welcome to pull up, check out the content that we have over there, and you can join the TikTok family that I have accumulated and created over there, which is also very big and up and coming and growing very fast. We're almost at 5,000 followers over there on TikTok also. So make sure you join me over there as well if you would like to, join the TikTok family over there, man. Yeah, shout out to my TikTok people that's in the chat right now as well too. Shout out to y'all. Um, also just besides, staying focused, man. I'm also gonna start making content for my up and coming content creators too, because within this last year of me making content, I've learned so much. I've learned so much, and I want to share my my experience. I want to share what I've learned within this last year of making content. I've made over 500 videos now, so I think that I'm qualified enough to give my advice. So I'm gonna definitely start sharing my journey with content creation, just in case other people are interested in you know getting involved with content creating. I know that a lot of times it may not seem easy. It seems hard, you know what I mean? Because I know for me personally, somebody who just came home from doing 13 years in prison, I know that all of this social media stuff seemed very, out of reach for me personally. But within the last year, I feel like I've mastered it. And it's took a long time to get to this point, and I still feel like I have so much to learn. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a master, but I do feel like I've acquired enough knowledge to share with people. You get what I'm saying? And so I want to, especially just the basics, because it doesn't take a lot to get started. And that's where we get overwhelmed. We think that we need all of this fancy material and stuff just to get started into social creating content. But that's not true. You can literally all you need is just a phone and you can get it. You can get it. And it's a lot of people who have stories, who are very uh funny, outgoing. It's a lot of people who have great stories, just like I have a great story, that's raw and very authentic, that a lot of people can relate to. Other people have very raw and authentic stories as well, that other people also may relate to and may need to really hear. And that's why I chose to start making content personally, because I know that I'm not the only person that had caught a case at 15 years old. I know numerous people who caught cases at 15 years old. I know numerous people who have caught cases as juvenile offenders, and had to do a long periods of time in prison, and it changed their life forever. So because I knew that my story would resonate with other people, because I know other people who are in the same, who did the same time as me, or are in similar situations as me, and need to hear what I have to say. So that's why I started making content. But for those who just watching, you may also have an experience that you went through that could, that could help someone, that could help somebody. Rissa, I see you in the chat, Rissa. Shout out to Rissa in the chat. You may have a story also that somebody may need to hear. So never feel like your story is not not like big enough to be heard. You know what I mean? Or not as important to be heard, because it is. It is important. And you never know who you may be able to help by sharing your story. So if that's something that you've been thinking about, I'm here to tell you, go ahead and do it. You know, don't play, do it. You feel me? I'm here to tell you. And it's I recognize that, especially with the youth, it's a lot of potential with the youth right now. They so talented. They can dance. They very funny, outgoing. You know, they just potential, shining with potential. Um, I recognize that a lot of people just creative just with the clothes. You know what I mean? Like people just, especially the youth, they just very creative, um, artistically. Like, and I want to see more of it. I want to see more of the youth, especially from, the urban areas. I want to see them get more involved in their creativity. You feel me? So, if you watching, if you young and you watching this right now, you know, get more into your creativity bag, man. You feel me? Because that's what the world needs. They need more creators. They need more visionaries. They need more people to, you know, make the world better. Make the world better, bro. The creators make the world a better place. That's just my opinion for real. And if you look at history, where would we be without the creators, bro? You know what I mean? The inventors, the visionaries, the leaders. That's what the world needs. Is those people, they push boundaries. They push the boundaries. They don't sit in boxes. They step outside the box. And that's what we need more of. We need more people who are not scared to step outside the box, because when you look around, everybody is trying to do what everybody else is doing. It's no room. It's no room. That's why it's so much hate and envy between everybody right now, because everybody is steady trying to do what everybody else is doing. But that you don't have to do that. It's a big world. It's a big place. It's a lot of talent. It's a lot of different things that you can be doing. All you got to do is really just tap in. Tap into your God given talent. We all got one. We all have one. I don't want to see the next person wasting their potential because they were stuck worried about the next person, or they wasn't really tapped into they self enough to really take the time out their day to recognize their real strength, their real potential. Don't miss out on your potential. Don't miss your gift that God gave you. Don't do it because I feel like me personally, by me being incarcerated at 15 years old, my life could have went my life could have went totally different. My life could have went totally different. But it didn't. Like my life went a different way because I didn't give myself a chance. I didn't give myself a chance, bro. I decided to do what everyone else was doing. You feel me? I decided to be one of those people who stayed in that box. Even though in my heart and in my mind, I wanted to do different things. I didn't want to do what Fo and Bro and Joe was doing. I really wanted to do, I really wanted to play football. I really wanted to be on a basketball court. I really wanted to be running through the woods, chasing in the water in the creek, chasing tadpoles with no socks on. But instead, I'm on a block with Fo and Joe and Blow, all because, they think swimming in the creek, chasing tadpoles was lame. You know what I mean? It get to a point where you get older and they think swimming in the creek ain't cool no more. Watching anime and chilling at home ain't cool no more. Now it's you gotta be on a block with Fo, Joe, and Blow. So now, even though you wish you was home eating cereal, watching anime, you on a block with Fo, Joe, and Blow. You get what I'm saying? But I want to tell the youth that's watching this, the 13-year-old that's watching this, the 14-year-old that's watching this, the 12-year-old that's watching this, you ain't gotta kick it with them homies. You ain't gotta kick it with them, bruh. Stand on your own and stand alone because at the end of the day, they're gonna be looking at you like you was the one. They're gonna be like, damn, at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, damn, we should have followed, bruh. We should have been chilling with bruh. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, at the end of the day, they're gonna be the ones regretting it. And you're not. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna be happy that you chose to stay inside and watch anime and chill and eat cereal. You're gonna be glad that you wanted to that you decided to go and run through the creek, through the tunnels that led you all the way down the street from your neighborhood to the Walmart to the y'all know what I'm talking y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know that tunnel that y'all used to be going through when y'all was younger. And it led y'all all the way to the supermarket, all the way down there. Had you walking through the whole, through the when you look up, you see the sewer tunnels and you see the cars flying past you. You know what I'm talking about. And and you gonna be happy. They gonna be happy that they was doing that instead. You feel me? Because the next week, your mama come in the house and she done told you, guess what, son? I'm glad you wasn't on the block with Fo, Joe, and Blow. And you gonna be like, why? And your mama gonna say, man, them boys got shot. They came through and shot them block up. And you gonna be like, what? And she gonna be like, yeah, I'm glad you wasn't out there. And you gonna be like, damn, I was just about to go out there too. Fo and Joe and Blow and them was just calling me. You know what I mean? And that's how it be. That's exactly how it be. And that's why it's always best to just bust your own moves, bro. Do what you really want to do in your heart. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this your life. It's your life. You know what I mean? You come in this world alone, you're going to leave this world alone, bro. So do what you want, what makes you happy, really internally, inside. Like, you know what I mean? When I was younger, I used to always go against my first judgment. I hated that, bro. Like, I hated that I used to go against my judgment. Like, and now that I'm older, I realize what that was. What that first, like my first, like that, like when you about to do something that you shouldn't be doing, and then you get a voice in your head, right? You know what that voice really is. That's really God talking to you, bro. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that voice that was, that voice. But some people, I'm not gonna say everybody hears that voice though. Don't get me wrong though, because now I know that. Now I know that. But I didn't know that back then. You feel me? I thought everybody heard that voice, but they don't. That's the God. That's the God in a person. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't have that God consciousness. It's called Takwa. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't have that God consciousness that speaks loud to them. But since I was a kid, I've always had that God consciousness that spoke very, very, very loud in my head. And it used to like try to direct me all the time. But I never listened. I never listened. And I and every time when I was younger, I never would listen to the voice, right? And then everything would go wrong. And then I would be sitting there later on and I would be asking myself, why the fuck didn't I listen to that voice? I used to be like, why didn't I listen to my first judgment? And like once I got locked up and I was in prison, I made a promise to myself that I was never gonna not listen to that voice. Like dead serious. Like I made a promise to myself. I said, like I'm never gonna not listen to that voice. Like whatever that voice tells me, bro, I'm going to listen to that voice, bro. And ever since then, my life has been like just pure bliss. Just pure bliss. No lie. And this is another reason how I knew that the voice was very real. Because it was sometimes where I would listen to the voice, right? Look, and it's so crazy because sometimes the voice, I remember one time the voice helped me on a lick. And you probably never gonna believe me, like God never helps you hit a lick, bro. But I swear to God, bro, God helped me hit a lick, fam. No lie, bro. So, and that's how God work though. Like God will help you, bro, in your time of need. He will help you in your time of need, bro. And I was very down bad at this point in my life, bro. And he came through like the clutch. But luckily no one was harmed or anything like that. It was very easy. Basically stealing. Basically, I basically stole. You know what I mean? But well, it was like a robbery. It was more like a robbery, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it, but it wasn't an armed robbery. It was no weapons involved or anything like that, bro. I swear. You know what I mean? So it was really like cool. Like no one was hurt, bro. You know what I mean? And it helped me out in a big way. You feel me? But the only way that I was able to even do that was because God was talking to me in my head, telling me like, do this, do that, do this, do that, do that. And I'm like, boom, and I'm doing it. I'm doing everything that he's saying. But that's how I made it out of the situation unscathed. You know what I mean? And some people, they probably gonna not, they gonna hear this and be like, man, no way, no way. But no, not dead serious, bro. And if you're a firm believer in God, bro, you'll know like that, bro. When you're down bad sometimes, bro, God will really help you, bro, in the worstest positions, bro. No cap. All you gotta do is just stay down, stay focused, because he knew that my intentions wasn't in the wrong place. And the person that I took it from, basically, they didn't even need it, bro. They was doing wrong. You feel me? Like I was a kid, they was grown, and that's just how it happened, bro. You know what I mean? And so, but I learned so much, bro, from just listening to that voice. I told myself I wasn't never gonna like not listen to that voice, and ever since then, like my life just been better. You feel me? Like so, I always want you to just listen to that first voice, bro. Don't go against your first judgment. Like you know what I mean? Like and I'm not saying impulsive. Don't be impulsive because you can also confuse it. Confuse, that God consciousness with being impulsive. I'm not saying like the first thing you think, do it, or the first thing that come to your mind, do it. No, I mean like you'll know. You're gonna know like when it's like God, bro. He's not gonna tell you to do nothing wrong, bro. You know what I mean? He's gonna always tell you to do right, bro, for real. You know what I mean? So for sure. So just always keep that in mind too, y'all. And bro, shout out to everybody in the chat, bro. What everybody got going on today, man? Shout out to all my sevens. Rissa, what you got going on? Rissa out the seven. What's up? What's the word? What you got going on in the NO? In the NO? Hope, what up? How your Ramadan going today, Hope? Talking about love the badge, feel important now. Jill is important. You got that badge by that name. Hey, that badge looking good by that name, boy. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, let's go, Jill. What everybody got going on for the day, man? On this good Wednesday. On this good old Wednesday. Nah, for sure. I can't complain either, man. I can't complain either. It's been a great day today. Yeah, it's been a great day today. I'm gonna stay on here for another 15 minutes and then I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. Oh yeah, and we got the affiliate partner program too on here now. So I'm about to start making more content for affiliate program. So I'm gonna start tagging products in the videos, like just taking full advantage of everything we have available up here. You feel me? So man, just shout out to y'all, man, for just standing behind what we got going on over here. None of this would be possible without y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for believing in what we doing over here. Thank you for believing in, just the 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 channel, the purpose, the where we going, the direction of what we doing, just the whole nine, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for real. And what's the odds? We finally got the 2,000 subs. We got the 2,000 subs right after we got monetized though. Like, what's the odds of that though? I said, man, that's God, man. And then so look, once we get to 5K, that's gonna be our next big milestone that we're gonna celebrate. When we get to 5K, we're gonna celebrate that big milestone, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get some balloons. We're gonna probably go outside, get some balloons, cake, go out to eat. You know what I mean? The whole nine, man. We gonna really do it up, man. When we get to 5K. So yeah, I don't know. I might get the tat. I might get a tat, man, for y'all when I get the 5K. Get another tat, cause I ain't got no tat in a minute. Well, I ain't got no tattoo since I've been home from prison. So that would be a nice look. That would be a nice, cool milestone. You can get another tattoo. I got my whole arm. I got my whole arm already done. I got this arm already done. I got this leg from here to here done. I'm trying to get this leg from there to there. And I'm thinking about getting my thighs too, for real. Get some shit over there. You know what I mean? Get all that for real. I might get all that for real. Feel me? And then I don't got nothing on my back either, though. I might get something on my back too. So, feel me? We got some places that we can get sprayed, man. Some ideas, you know what I mean? So, man, when we get to 5K, man, y'all help us get to 5K. You feel me? So y'all can see the seven get a new tattoo, man, at the tattoo parlor. Cause I ain't never been to no tattoo parlor ever. You feel me? So that'll be something that would be something cool that we could do. I mean, for a milestone, for the next milestone, man. So y'all let me know what y'all would like to see me do. You feel me? And if it's possible, I'm down. I'm down. We can go to a restaurant. I mean, I can go live to a restaurant. We can go somewhere. Just let me know, man, what y'all would like to see when we get to 5K. And I keep it in mind and we can work it out. I mean, God willing. Now we at two. Now we at 2,004 subscribers, man. Shout out to all my subs, man. We really growing. We really growing. We finally hit over half a million views. We hit half a million views. What? Man, dude, hey, bro, they ain't doing half a million views, bro. We almost at a million views on our channel, y'all. Hey, man, shout out to us, man. We really doing it, Jill, ain't we? We really doing it, ho. Yeah, let's go. Nah, for real. Now I just gotta start pushing more content out for y'all, though. You know what I mean? Cause I want to start making at least like 3 long form videos a week, bro. You know what I mean? Like for sure, like at least 2 or 3, bro. Like I'm trying to make mass long form content though, bro. No cap. But it just take a lot, bro. Like especially with the kind of content that I make, it's just a lot of thought behind it, a lot of mm, idea, a lot of And then I be in my head about a lot of stuff too, though, y'all. You know what I mean? Because I be like, I'm like a perfectionist, so I be want everything to be like perfect, bro. Like everything that I do, like it gotta be structured, it gotta be put together, organized, it gotta be like da 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 da, like I don't know, bruh. It just it's just something, bruh. It's just something, bruh. Like it just gotta be boom in like a way, like a process, like you know how a process is. Like you don't just go from 1 to 10. Like nah, you go from 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I like to do things. Like from 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I like to go through the whole process. Like I don't like to skip steps. Like you know what I mean? Because I feel like you won't get the full results that you deserve if you skip steps, bro. So like I literally will take the long route because I feel like the long route will pay off more at the end. So that's just me personally. So it does take a lot. Like I research before I make content, research my ideas, I research the titles. Um, I put a lot of thought into my thumbnail ideas. I just do everything like that, bro. You feel me? And but it's no excuses. It's no excuses though. At the same time, even though I put a lot of thought into it, it's no excuses. Like because you prioritize what's important to you, and I spend a lot of time on TT. I do a lot of other things that I can maybe dwindle down on time or just kind of just pay attention to where I'm spending majority of my time, and then just take that time and put it towards making more content over here, making more long form content. So it's just all about utilizing your time wisely, the time that you do have available. Because it's 24 hours in a day. You can do whatever you want. You can do it. You can do two or three videos in a day if that's really what you want to accomplish. It's just all about how you prioritize your time. You get what I'm saying? So that's my issue as of now. Um, if I had people who could like research topics for me and things like that, that would take my work my workload down tremendously. So that's why I be telling like my mods over here and stuff like that, like my day 1 sevens and stuff like that. Like if y'all ever, see things like just for instance, like I'm gonna give you an example. Like if you're just going on YouTube and stuff like that, like cause I watch YouTube a lot. I mean, I watch a lot of content throughout the day. So like just for an example, like if you see a video like let me see. Let me give you a perfect example. Like, okay, like, all right, so something like this, right? So you see how this video says you're not blowing up because it's still about you. So, like, that could be a topic. Like, that could be a topic. Like, you're not blowing up because it's still about you. You know what I mean? So, like, I could talk about that, like, um, you're not blowing up because you're you're disregard you, you're not blowing up because of God. Like that would be a good one. Like you're not blowing up because of God. So that would pique people's interest because it would make them wonder like how are you not blowing up because of God? So it's a curiosity. It's a curiosity there. So it'll make people want to, you know, like see exactly why they not blowing up because of God. And then I could go into detail like you're not blowing up because you're not putting God first. So God's holding you back from opening up certain doors because you're stuck in all of this stuff when you really need to be focused on him. Like, you get what I'm saying? So that, like, that's just an idea. That's just like an example of like how I get ideas for content. Oh, and then this is a perfect one. This is another perfect one that I was just talking about. How to manage your 24 hours. Damn. We was literally just talking about that, bro. How to manage your 24 hours, bro. And we was literally just saying how we all got 24 hours in a day. It's just all about how you prioritize your time. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a video topic right there. That's a video topic. So like, if y'all have ideas, or if you have any questions like that you curious about my advice on, like, Seven, like, you know like, Seven, how do you think, I should, um like, Seven, how do you think, I should, like, give me some advice on, like, Seven, give me some advice on, give me a routine. Give me a routine, like a morning routine or something. You know what I mean? Like, give me some habits that you built to stay focused. Like, you know what I mean? Like, things like that. Like, if you have any questions like that, then you can also let me know these questions, and I will make video content specifically for your question. You know what I mean? So if you have a question, a direct, specific question that you would like me to answer, let me know the question, and I'll make a content video about it specifically for you. Even if it's something personal, like how I, survived 13 years in prison, you can ask me that also, and I will make the video for you pertaining that question to answer your question. Feel me? Just let me know, y'all. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody who locked in with us today. Make sure, if you haven't liked the live yet, make sure you please do. It helps out in the algorithm a lot, bro. I know it's not everything, but it does make a difference. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with us today. You know what I mean? Pray that everybody continue to have a great day. I'm getting ready to break my fast soon. I'm very hungry. So I'm gonna be getting ready to fast soon. And God willing, we getting ready to get our PO box tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody is going to start sending. That's going to be very fun and exciting. And I'm also going to be making videos when I do receive things in the PO box as well. So just keep that in mind, that I will be making videos. If you don't want your stuff shown on video, what you got, just let me know. Just put it in a letter, in whatever you're sending. Just let it be known that you do not want it shown on video. But if not, otherwise I will be showing it on video. I'm gonna be making videos of PO box reveals. So yeah. So just keep that in mind, bro. If you want to send a letter, you can send a letter. I'll read it. If not, it doesn't matter. It's all up to y'all, man. I'm very appreciative of everything and everybody who spends a second of their time in here with us, man. With the seven, with me and everybody else in here. I enjoy y'all company. I enjoy that y'all, enjoy me. Thank y'all for, helping build this community up to the place that we got it at now. I look forward to seeing what we accomplish within the next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. I know that it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and better. And I know that we just gonna get so many more loyal supporters and loyal people, members over here. And I'm just excited to see, who sticks around, who's gonna be here a year from now. You know what I mean? John been here. John was here a year ago. John's still here a year from now. And Jill, we just got her recently. We just got Hope. We got a lot of new members recently, and I'm looking forward to seeing if these same people are gonna be here a year from now. So shout out to my new sevens in the chat, man. I love the energy that y'all have been bringing to the community. It means so much to me. Words can't even express how much it means to me for real. Sometimes I be wanting to cry and shed a tear because just for me personally to be coming from prison at 15 years old, and then be able to accomplish everything that I set out to do, it is very just heartwarming and heartfelt. I don't ever want y'all to think that for 1 second I take it for granted, because I don't. I'm very grateful for what I've been able to accomplish here with y'all. So thank y'all so much, man. Big shout out to y'all, to all my sevens in the chat. Until next time, 7 up until we heaven up. The only thing stronger than me and you is what, y'all? Is us, man. Until next time, y'all already know the drill, man. 7 up, man. Until we heaven up. Peace. And if y'all do got TikTok, man, you know you're more than welcome to pull up over on TikTok, man. Just hit the link in the bio on the channel, and you may see me on live over there. I do go live a lot more often over there than I do on here. But like I said, since we got monetized, I'm gonna start trying to go more live more often over here. But next time when I do go live, I am gonna maybe have like a topic of discussion for the live that we can discuss and things like that. So if y'all want me to touch on any topics, any hot topics, any trending topics, news related, politically related, just let me know in the comments, in the com section, and I'll touch on these trending topics that y'all will want to hear me touch on. um, world news. It's been a lot going on with El Mencho. They've been talking about the cartel leader in Mexico that just got unalived by the U.S. Government. You know, it's a lot of just hot topics and things like that. Trump just had his State of Union last night. If y'all interested in touching on any of these specific topics, just let me know, and I try my best to get around to it, and if I can. Appreciate y'all for taking the time out y'all day to lock in with us today. Thank you so much. Until next time, peace.